everybody. It's a great day today. It's my birthday for one, and I arranged my trip to be here on my birthday. I'm in Leipzig, Germany, and I'm at St. Thomas Church, the place where Johann Sebastian Bach was the cantor and Kapellmeister for about 30 years. I'm in the church right now. Let's go take a look. Here we have Bach's burial site right inside the church. There's the altar up here. And here's Bach. I remember studying this in college, where he had the two choirs. It's the first thing I noticed. Had the two choir lofts, and he would have stereo choir going in some of his works. And it's the first thing I noticed when I got here. Unbelievable being here. Take a look at this organ up here. Obviously it's not the same organ, but he would have sat there. Johann Sebastian Bach would have sat up there, playing the organ, conducting the choir, singing. Wrote a cantata every day, for every Mass. That's where Jesu, joy of man's desiring, sleepers awake, air and the G string, those are all from cantatas. I often wondered, when he'd write something like that, like Jesu, joy of man's desiring, did he think, wow, this is pretty good? Or did he just move on to the next? Hard to say. But just think, I mean, he just walked around up there, you know. Maybe had a cup of tea, maybe, who knows, some beer. It's incredible. There were other famous people that were here too. Martin Luther started the Reformation in Leipzig here, giving speeches. Mozart came and performed here once, played the organ. Late 1780s. Wagner, Sturm und Drang, Wagner opera composer, was baptized here. And Felix Mendelssohn premiered a lot of Bach's works here 100 years after Bach's death. Bach was not famous. Mendelssohn made him famous. Of course, everybody knew Mozart, or everybody knew Bach's teaching works. He was known more for teaching the piano, Well-Tempered Clavier, Art of the Fugue. Everybody knew, everybody played, every student played his works, but he wasn't known as a composer of especially secular works. Everybody knew his motets and his cantatas and his masses, but they didn't count in the secular world. And it wasn't until Mendelssohn made his things famous, and the rest is history. So thank you, Felix, for coming here and making him famous, because he's an unbelievable composer. Here we have a collection of instruments from the period. Musicians must have left them for some reason. Facsimile of some manuscript. I've actually seen some real Bach manuscripts in the British Museum. This is a table that's in the room where the instruments, my guess is this is where they had the buffet set out for Bach after he'd play his cantata for Mass for the day. They probably had, you know, food set out there, you know, because musicians got to eat when they're done playing. I'm just sitting at the back of the church, thinking of the volume of work that this man wrote. in these very halls, and he'd rehearse with musicians up here. They must have been tremendous musicians. And just thinking about it just is beyond comprehension. The volume and the complexity. It's almost like it was computer generated. It's just so complicated. Mega counterpoints going at the same time. And beautiful melodies, dissonances, almost like atonal, but it all fits together in perfect harmony. And it's just remarkable, all created right here in these walls. It's amazing to be here. And if you can imagine St. Matthew's Passion, the Mass in B minor, Brandenburg Concertos, orchestral suites, toccata and fugue, well-tempered clavier, all the stuff, Sleepers Awake, Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring, all written right here. We'll take a walk around. Hope that go in. But it's unbelievable when you think this was built, I think, in 1200s. And a lot of famous people were here. Let's take a look. Well, that's it for my German excursion, and we'll have a new adventure tomorrow. Bye.